There is a phrase that people use to describe any topic or issue that is important, but is also very uncomfortable for people to talk about, and it goes like this. The elephant in the room. It is obvious the elephant is there, but no one wants to acknowledge it or mention it. When it comes to real elephants, an African male elephant weighs up to 14,000 pounds and is the largest land animal on Earth. Even their shoulder height is huge, going up to approximately 11 feet. Their two white tusks weigh up to 175 pounds each. Their brains are also very large, weighing up to 12 pounds, and their heart can weigh up to 46 pounds. An elephant like that is so big that it is impossible to ignore, especially if it is right next to you. Elephants are huge, they can make a lot of noise, and they can also easily kill you if they want to. The elephant in the room during a conversation that we have with other people presents an image of something so immediate and so large that you just cannot avoid it or ignore it. It needs to be discussed because it is very important, but yet it is uncomfortable to talk about. An elephant would literally not be in a room with you, but it feels like it because the subject that needs to be discussed is heavy and can be overwhelming to many people. In fact, it can feel like that elephant is right there with you. In our day-to-day lives, what do you think is the most uncomfortable topic to talk about with people, including friends and family? There can be many topics or issues that come up during our lifetime that are difficult to discuss, but there is none more uncomfortable to discuss than human death, especially the death of close family members. Discussing the death of a person, even if death is yet in the future, is not easy and can be extremely hard to think about, let alone talk about. We think about it, but sometimes even the obvious elephant in the room still doesn't get us to want to discuss it. It is easy to talk about the birth of a baby or when you get a new pet because they are happy events. It is generally easy to talk about life and the enjoyable things we do in life. But trying to talk about death, especially the death of a close family member, like a father, mother, wife, husband, or child, is very difficult. The proverbial but invisible 14,000-pound elephant follows you wherever you go. It's in your home, at your work, while you are on vacation, while you are driving, and while you are sleeping. That's because this elephant is about your impending death one day. You may not think about the elephant every day, but he is always there. You may try to avoid thinking about it as much as possible, but the elephant will never go away. If you are getting near or beyond 70 years old, then that huge elephant is closer to you than ever before. It won't be long until that elephant overtakes you, even though you cannot really see it because it is really in your mind. That elephant will eventually knock you down and step on you. Once that happens, then you'll be gone from this life, forever. The elephant in the room in this conversation is about the subject of human death and the fact that it will happen to each one of us and is unavoidable. Okay, this is not a happy subject, and I completely understand how you may feel.
Few people want to talk about it, let alone have it come up in any conversation, regardless of the age of the person.
But let's face it, if you are an older person coming into your later 60s, or in your 70s or 80s, or maybe you are in your 90s, then you know that in the back of your mind, this huge elephant is about to step on you, and there is nothing you can do about it. So, with this in mind, where will you be in eternity once you die? You know that you have thought about this subject before, but you don't talk about it with anyone. These thoughts only happen privately in your head, and you are likely afraid to really deal with them. If you should ever go to a cemetery and look around, under those gravestones are real people buried there who once lived on this earth and had individual lives, like you. They are no longer alive, and their mortal bodies are buried there in that cemetery forever. Everything you have experienced in this human life will be gone in an instant one day. And maybe you believe you will just go out of this life without knowing it and just dissolve and not feel it. But what if there is an afterlife in eternity and that something does happen to you or your soul permanently? Will it be good or will it be bad? And how can you know for sure? Do you want to see more light and more beautiful colors again, like you are doing now, and have a beautiful existence somewhere beyond the grave? Or are you okay with darkness? Do you ever think about that? The lives we have on this planet are like specks of dust in our universe. Lives come and go quickly, and all the drama, happiness, and mortal experiences you have ever had will go with you. You look up in the night sky and ask, why am I here? What comes next? And where will I be when this life is over? Centuries from now, if people in this world should still be here, they will likely never know that you existed, and they won't care anyway. It will be like you were never here at all. So then what's the point of living if a huge elephant is getting closer to you every year that goes by, and that elephant is ready to jump on you? Enjoy the gift of life you have been given as much as possible, love the special people in your life, and be a vital part of your family in this world while you can. But it is also important to know that it will all end one day. Before that happens, you must find and have the absolute truth of how to receive an eternity with more light and colors instead of darkness in a pit with no more colors and no more light ever again. Think that cannot happen? Think again. I don't know of anyone who would say they want to be forever separated from light and colors for an eternity which never ends. You probably would want more than this relatively short human life. You should focus on the special life you have now and get the most out of it and give the most you can, while you can. Enjoy the light, colors, and beautiful surroundings, but you should also consider the elephant in the room and what it eventually will do to you. You can escape the 14,000-pound elephant of death and have more light, colors, and life in eternity forever instead of darkness and loneliness. Want to know more? Then please ask me.